Hi, it's Rob here from Freedom Online Services and welcome to part 2 of my series, How to Get Found on Google. Now in part 1 I gave you some information about what Google really likes, and we established that although it's very difficult to get backlinks, and in fact backlinks are very important for getting your site up the rankings, it's possible to get around that, and the way you get around that is by finding keywords that other people aren't providing answers for, other big players aren't providing answers for. So if you can imagine, let's say a really good example actually is this blog post. So how to get clients online, for example, is a really competitive blog post. There are some people up the top of that who are they have masses of backlinks and masses of pages on their sites, and there's no way a small operation can compete with them. However, something like how to get found on Google has thousands of people searching for it, and really the people up the top of the rankings on Google, it's not so competitive, it's not so difficult. So it just shows that with a little bit of lateral thinking, you can usually find something that really works, that really gets interested people coming to your site. Now, obviously it's not simple, because the ones with tens of thousands of people coming to them, the things that tens of thousands of people are searching for, the chances are somebody big will be competing about that on the top. You know, I mean, they've only got to jam out the first page and basically nobody's going to find you. But there are usually smaller keywords and key phrases. They can either be something relevant to what you're selling, or maybe it's something that only you can do and do really well, you know, that you have a real specialised knowledge in a very specific question. And there could be many of these, and if each of them picks you up 25, 50, maybe even 100 people every month, that starts to add up. And the big players are not competing on these because it is not worth their effort to go trawling around for these things and then writing articles on them. It's not worth them doing it. But for the likes of you and I, it's worth doing it, because 50 people, 100 people coming to your site every month, that's a few clients a month maybe. And that's really valuable. That makes the world of difference to a self-employed person or to an artist who wants fans or whatever like that. So the mindset I'm trying to get you into is, rather than saying, well, you know, my business sells woodworking manuals, and so I want to be up the top of Google for woodworking manuals. It's like, rather than trying to fight that battle against the really big companies that are also doing that, it would be, well, how can I be found for sort of how to do a joint without nails or something, I don't know, you know, just a little questions. And it's like, okay, if you can capture all of these little niches, then, or if you can use a bit of lateral thinking and use keywords and key phrases that the major competitors haven't thought of, then you're actually getting somewhere, and you're going to get large numbers of people coming to your site. And seriously, sit down with a piece of paper, really rack your brains about this, because you can do it. It is possible, because these big players, they're not doing it because they don't need to. That's the universal rule for whatever you're doing. Now, okay, I've talked about it in general terms now. In the next part, I think I might do that as text rather than a video, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the specifics of how you can, first of all, quiz Google and find out how many people are actually searching for given terms every month. And then, secondly, I'm going to show you how to check out the competition, you know, find out how many backlinks they've got and that sort of thing, and find out how many pages on their site, so you can gauge whether it's actually worth writing for a particular keyword. Because it's only worth it if you're actually going to get a return. You know, you're going to get up the top of the rankings on Google, which you can do, and you can get hundreds and thousands of people coming to your site every single month with hardly any effort whatsoever from you once you've got the system set up. I hope you've enjoyed that. See you again in part 3, hey? Bye for now.